Happy Friday, everybody.
All right. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining me here. If you're not already standing, go ahead and stand up. And we're just going to start with some wrist circles, and we're going to connect the wrists first. So take the fronts of the wrists together, or I don't know if you call this the fronts or the back. So take the wrists together. Imagine that there's magnets, and then start to twirl the wrist forward, and then back, fingers turn back in towards the body, up towards the sky, and back out. The whole time the wrists stay connected. And you can even press into the wrist, almost giving them a little massage as you circle through them. So take a few more circles like this. And then switch directions, circling the opposite way, keeping the wrist connected. If you haven't already, start finding your breath as you move. And then relax the wrist, shake them out. On your next inhale, reach your arms up overhead, take a big full body stretch. Exhale, bring the hands into the heart center, pressing into the palms. So you start to activate through the triceps a little bit. You just get a little bit of muscle building there. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come into the heart. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the palms so that you start to feel your arms activate. And we'll do one more, syncing the movement with the breath. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, hands come into the heart. Squeeze the palms, find that little bit of activation through the shoulders. Good. Release the arms. We're going to get a little bit into the hips. So if you need a chair or a desk to hold on to for a little balance, sorry, that's my dog skittering away. We're going to balance on our left foot, bring the right knee into the chest, hold the right knee with your right hand. Again, you can have your left hand or fingers resting on something for balance. Open your right knee out towards the side and then circle it down and back towards midline. So we're just taking big circles with the hip. Couple more in this direction. I know balance is a little hard. You can have your hand on your hip and then go the opposite way. Good. Hug the knee all the way into the chest. Give it a big squeeze. And then exhale, step the foot down. We'll do that on the opposite side. So if you need your little balancing chair or desk, you can switch directions. Start to hug left knee into the chest. Left hand is on the knee. Open the knee out towards the side. Let it drop down a little as you circle it in towards midline. Pull it back up and out towards the side again. Do this a couple more times in this direction. And then switch directions. Still breathing. Doesn't really matter when you're inhaling, when you're exhaling, just breathing in and breathing out. One more. And exhale, step the foot down. Make sure you have enough space around you. Just take a nice wide stance. Feet are wide. I'll turn the camera down, see if you can catch my feet a little bit. Maybe not. Okay, so from this wide stance, turn your right toes towards the right. And then bend into your right knee. So if you're familiar with yoga, this is a warrior two shape. Our hips are externally rotating. Your hands can start at your hips. Find that nice bend in your right knee, but keep pressing into the knife side's edge of your left foot. So the weight is balanced between both legs. And then from here, inhale your arms to a T shape. And you can look over your front third finger, but if you need to keep looking at the camera, that's okay too. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. Imagine that you're getting pulled in each direction with the arms. The arms are pulling apart. And as the arms are pulling apart, the legs are squeezing in towards each other. So you feel this lift of energy upward. Take one more breath. Good. Now flip your right palm. Inhale, reach your right palm up and behind you. You can slide your left hand down your left thigh, or you can bring your left hand to your left hip. We're getting a nice side stretch through the right side. Keep bending into the right knee. Big breath in. Full breath out. One more. Good. And then we're going to go ahead and bring our right knee to our right elbow to our right thigh. So we're still bent in that right knee. We call this pose extended side angle. Left hand can stay on your hip, or to stretch the left side, you might reach your left side or left arm towards your head, overhead. Breathe here. One more breath. Inhale, rise up. Now we're gonna straighten the right leg. So right leg is straight, right toes are still pointed forward. I don't know if you can see my feet, but my left toes are pointing out in the same direction as my hips. My right toes are pointing towards my right hand. With your right leg straight, start to reach your right hand towards your right leg. And then we'll release your right hand towards your shin. Reach your left arm up overhead for a triangle pose. 2 deep breaths here. So today's class is kind of a slow build, not getting the heartbeat going too much, but definitely building some muscle and flexibility. Take one more breath. And then inhale, come back up through center. Turn all 10 toes in the same direction. Hands can come to the hip. Loosen through the knees and just take a couple hip circles. And then hip circle the opposite way. Gotta loosen up those hips. We sit at desk all day. And then come back through center. Our legs are still wide. Now we'll turn our left toes over to the left. Right foot stays stable. So your right foot, your right toes, and your hips are pointing in the same direction. Left toes pointing to the left. When you're ready for it, bend into your left knee. Start to set up your warrior 2 stance. And you can keep your hands on your hips for the first couple breaths as you find a nice 90-degree bend in your left knee. And then when you're ready for it, the arms begin to extend, making a nice T shape with the arm. If it's okay on the neck, you can look over the front third finger. That's the traditional gaze in yoga. 2 deep breaths. Now we flip the left palm. Inhale, reach it up and behind you. Right hand slides down your right thigh. Keep bending in the left knee. So even if you start to feel the heat in the left quad, do your best to keep the left knee bend. Reach, one more breath. And then we're going to bring the left elbow towards the left thigh, resting our left forearm kind of on top of the thigh. Right arm might stretch up overhead. Now we're stretching the right side of the body. And even though we're gaining flexibility here, we're also building so much strength in the legs as you squeeze your inner thighs towards each other, even in this wide-legged stance. One more breath. And inhale. Left arm is going to reach up overhead. This time, left leg straightens. And as we exhale, reach your left hand forward as far as you can. Let your right hip kick back. And then start to bring your left hand towards your left knee, your left shin. You can rest it above the knee on the thigh or the shin. Just try not to lock out the knee if you're resting the hand there. Right arm reaches towards the ceiling. So here we have a nice stretch for the backs of the legs, for the side bodies, as well as a twist in the thoracic spine. So again, not fast movements today, but super beneficial. Take one more deep breath. Inhale, come back up through standing. Turn all 10 toes to face the same direction. Hands to your hips, and then just a few more times. Find those hip circles. And hip circles the other way. And then we'll come to center, bend the knees, take an inhale, exhale, hop the feet together. Good. Bend the knees, hop the feet apart. Just a little bit of heartbeat lift. Hop the feet together, hop the feet apart. 4 more, together, apart, together, apart. Last 2 and 1. Whew, my dog's jumping too. Inhale, come back through center. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. And as you exhale, bring the hands back into the heart, right where we started class with. And that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for sharing your Friday with me. I'll see you on Monday.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Teresa.
Bye.